What up, what up, what up, y'all? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is the reunion of RTL number two. Okay. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen what was going on. Hot mess, right? Hot mess. Uh Without further ado, let's go in with this one. All right. First, uh, you know, I notice when I look at the screen, I look at the screen, right? And I'm looking at Quentin. The brother looks so uncomfortable sitting next to Kat. Like I'm like, for real, dude, you can't you can't sit next to Kat. You are so mind controlled and so like what's like Kat said, you in the sunken place? He in the sunken place, y'all. In the sunken place. He can't even sit next to her. See, I paid close attention to body language, right? And I'm looking at his body language, and his body language is like almost like he want to get up and get out of the seat. Like almost like he feels like Janelle is just hawking him or something. Like I don't know. The guy is the guy is a bit of a mystery to me, probably to a lot of people, to be honest. He's just a mystery because Quentin is a guy who I have some suspicions about, and I'm gonna get more into that a little later. But we'll talk about that a little later. Anyway, let's go back in. Uh Kat says, you know, that her and Janelle really just has a difference of opinion, and that's okay, right? Just respect me when you talk to me. Don't talk to me crazy, and I get that. And I'm like, you know, is that hard for Janelle to do? To try to people with the same respect that she wants? It's just crazy to me. Let me tell you, man, Kat, phenomenal woman. Phenomenal woman. And I like that she didn't back down from her and she held her own. Okay, there's one person who can outtalk Janelle, and that is Kat. Okay, Kat can still talk circles around you. Okay, and put you back in your place, and that's exactly what she did. Shout out to Kat. All right, holding it down for the ladies. You know, and she said that Janelle is just belittling to all the women for whatever reason. She just belittling. And Tequila co-signed on that. She sure is. You tell her, Kat. I thought that was interesting. Listen, I think that Janelle is very belittling, especially to the women, and I'm not even sure why that is. I don't know if she got some kind of history with women that she don't really like to, uh, she just seemed combative with the women for whatever reason. With the men, she played fake nice, but with the women, and I called this episodes ago. Okay, I called this episodes ago. I said the woman plays fake nice. She's showing her rep. I said that episodes ago. In the beginning of the season, I seen that in her, and it seemed like a lot of these people just figuring it out, and that's fine, But she did show a lot of belittling, and she got some kind of superiority complex, or she just feel like she better than everybody else. And she like, look, Kat, like, look, just watch how you talk to me. Talk to me with respect. And, and like I said, a lot of the ladies would agree. She don't get along with, you might as well say 80% of the women. The only other woman she get along with is Jessica, right? It's just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Next up, I noticed that Quentin starts defending Janelle. He starts defending her. And a lot of the people are like, oh well, I can't wait to see how he gonna defend her from this. And the dude is just, first of all, Janelle don't need your help defending her against other women, Quentin. So why you gotta put your cape on and play Superman and get in the middle of it is beyond me. Let the ladies hash this out. They don't need your help. But here you go, questioning Kat, almost like Janelle got some kind of mind controlled hold over you. Like she programmed you like you a robot or something, bro. Like, what's up with that? Quentin on no level makes any sense. In any way, shape, or form, he don't make no sense. How you're moving, there's only one thing that really makes sense about Quentin, and I'll get into that a little later. All right. Next up, Janelle says they are. She said that everybody's obsessed with her. She says everybody is obsessed with me. How many of y'all? And the ladies is like, girl, please, like, I think I heard one of them say, "Girl, bye" or something like that. I don't know, Lee probably. Upset, like the ego of this trick. I mean, I'm sorry. The ego of this chick is is baffling to me. I don't know who gave Janelle the whole "you are God's gift, you are amazing, you are the best thing that ever happened to humanity." I don't know who told her that. And really, all of this is just a level of insecurity. Okay. One thing I noticed about a lot of people, especially women, because I deal mostly with women, I notice is that a lot of times women will inflate their essence. They will inflate their, I would say, value. Okay, they will inflate their value so that they want you to see them more valuable, right? Look, I know a lot of the things that I say in some of my philosophies, a lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree with. It is what it is. It's based on my experiences. And I'm money about a lot of stuff. You can sit and say, oh, well, I don't know this, I got a lot to learn or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, my experience speaks for itself. If I didn't know what I was talking about, I would be way off on a lot of this stuff. And the fact of the matter is, I'm money on a lot of this stuff. Okay. So, you could say I don't know what I'm talking about. You could say my philosophies is off. You could say I got a lot to learn. One thing I learned is I don't necessarily take the words of, let me word this right here. I know what I'm doing. Let's just put it that way. Okay. I know what I'm doing. All right. And a lot of the stuff that women say, a lot of times they try to up their value. I call it inflate their value. Okay, that's another Mike the Philosophy or Mike the Philosopher philosophy, is women try to inflate their value. I'm not saying men don't do it too. All right, men can do it too. But in my experience, I see women doing this, and I see women doing this the most on TV, in real life, whatever the case may be. And that's what I see Janelle doing? She's inflating her value. She's trying to belittle other people so that she makes herself look more important, look more valuable, look more, you know, above everybody else. And that is a technique used. Now, is anybody buying it? Hell to the no. Okay. Ain't nobody buying that she is some wonderful superstar or whatever the case may be. Ain't nobody buying that. And everybody is so obsessed with Janelle. For what? Just watch how you talk to me. That's it. This ain't about who you know. This ain't about all your connects. This ain't about how much money you got. Just watch how you talk to me. That's as simple as that. And that's what Kat was saying, is just watch how you talk to me. You want to bring up all this other stuff? Ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Just watch how you talk to me. Anyway, I found that was very interesting. You know, ain't nobody obsessed with you. And you know, at this around this time, I'm getting a little something from her, y'all. Okay. I'm getting a little what I would call narcissism. All right. Janelle is really coming off narcissistic to me. And this is around the time I start really seeing it. Now, does that mean she's a narcissist? No, it doesn't. But let's just put it this way. She was showing narcissistic traits at that time. When she's talking about everybody's obsessed with her and this, that, and the third, don't nobody care. All right. Just watch how you address and talk to people. That's all you got to do. But yeah, she was kind of giving off narcissistic traits to me at that point. And I came to another conclusion that I really think that the dude, Quentin, is paid. He's a paid for actor. And I think he's with Janelle for either one or two reasons. The first reason is she cut him a check. She said, look, I'm going to look good on the show. I'm going to make it to the end of this show because I refuse to lose at anything. I am going to make a deal with you, Quentin. Me and you, we're going to make it to the end. I'll cut you a check, but you got to do what I say, which is you can't talk to no other women. You can't admire no other women. You can't do this, that, and the third. All you have to do is make me look good on TV. That's your job. And I will cut you a check. Or number two, option number two, she said, I will give you the connects that you need, because Quentin is an entrepreneur. He's starting his own business. Janelle got the connects. So he's either with her for money or the connects. Those are the only two things that remotely make sense. Okay? It ain't because of her personality. It ain't because she's the most beautiful. It ain't because she's the most affectionate, because she don't give none of that up. So what is it that got you mesmerized? What? Because she know how to take a joke, she know how to laugh? I ain't buying it. You ain't even funny, Quentin. So it ain't like you can get a whole bunch of laughter off of Janelle. It ain't like you can like get laughter off of her like Red can. So what is it, bruh? What is your real motivation? It can't be based on what everybody else see. Because what everybody else see is a narcissistic woman who is rude, disrespectful, and a mean girl. And I'm going to talk more about Janelle later on, but I'm pretty convinced that Quentin is either getting a check or he getting connect. Okay, he getting connections. Nothing else makes sense. If he say, no, I'm with her because I love the person she is, bullshit. Okay, you can't possibly be in love with this woman the way that she acts. Rumor has it she's well, I'll get into that a little later. Anyway, let's go back in. Another thing that happened is she said something like, people who I got connects and everybody else don't got connections like I do. And that's when I started to think that, it is because she got connect. And let me say this. If anything, the show proves that Janelle do got connects. She said, everybody who I don't like, go home. Okay. Really, you're telling on yourself. You got some inside help with RTL. I noticed how you had most of the dates of all. I noticed you have most of the airtime. How many people are you paying off, Janelle? I'd like to know this. Why did this season seem to favor Janelle? Why? For what reason? Why did they take most of her stuff and kind of center the show around Janelle? Now, Janelle might say, oh no, that's just me. That's my essence. That's just how fly I am or whatever. No. Something else is going on behind the scenes. Somebody made sure you had a Superman to come save you. Somebody made sure you got to the end. Okay. Somebody made sure you had enough dates. Somebody made sure you had enough camera time. You do got connects. I'll give you that. Because you would have had to have connects in order to get this kind of outcome. Only problem is you can't control your temper. You can't control your mouth. Okay. Now, she is not that disrespectful to the men, but to the women, very disrespectful. And maybe that's why the guys can't really relate to what the women are complaining about. I could. I'm sure some of the guys on the cast can, but the math, to quote Jeffrey from last season, the math ain't mathing. Okay. I mean, it's just not. Yeah, you got connects, but your connects is probably what got you to the end of the show. Your connects is probably what got you a fake boyfriend at the end of the show, at the end of the season. Okay, your connects is probably what got you all of those dates with all those guys. Your connects is probably what got you all that camera time. Okay. Got you favor in the edit room. You were on dates you didn't have no business being on. Okay. You met up with Morier and his ex for what? Your girl was there. If I remember correctly, wasn't Jessica there? So it's like, what is Janelle doing here? More camera time for Janelle. You got connects. But all that does is spell conspiracy as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's go back in. Kat pretty much calls her delusional. She says, Janelle, you're just delusional, and she is. One thing I don't like, and I'll be honest, one thing I don't like is I don't like people who lie to themselves. That's a pet peeve of mine. Don't lie to me. And if you lie to yourself, I know you're gonna lie to me. If you lie to yourself, you're going to lie to me. I don't like people like that. And delusion is a form of lying to yourself. Everybody is obsessed with me. That's a lie. Did you ask everybody if they are obsessed with you? No, you didn't. You came to that conclusion. You lied to yourself. Delusion is a form of lying to yourself. I can't stand delusion. I can't stand liars. I can't stand people who lie to themselves. That's just me. Y'all can rock out with whoever y'all want to rock out with. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with people, not even just women, people who lie to themselves. And that goes for a lot of other categories that I ain't gonna name in this episode. Okay. But yeah, Kat just called the chick delusional, and she is. You know what I mean? Morier said, look, I don't like sisters talking bad about each other. All right. Y'all shouldn't be talking about each other so bad. You know, as a brother watching the sisters, and I agree with Morier. Look, the guy, say what you will, you know, he chubby, he corny, he this, that, or he the third. I see a stand-up dude. That's what I see in Morier. And that's why I had him ranked high in a ready to be a husband ranking. All right. He said, look, I don't want to see sisters breaking each other down like that. You know, men wasn't doing that with each other for the most part. They wasn't. But again, the women's are the draw. The women are they kind of count on the women to be ratchet. To be honest, this is the same thing in Love and Hip Hop, all these other shows. Same thing. They count on the women to be ratchet in order to boost ratings. So it is what it is. But I would rather have some genuine connections and a boring season than some ratchetness and some connections that don't make a bit of damn sense. That's just me, how I would like to view it. But some people want to see other things. Some people want to see the ratchet. They want to see the train wreck. They don't want to see genuine connections. It is what it is, I guess, but I agree with Morier. I didn't like to see the sisters go out like that, but I have a feeling that they're typecasting them due to their personalities because they know they're going to draw ratings. That's what I think. I tell you what, let's find the most ratchet. See, this whole myth about the psych evaluation and all this stuff, the psych evaluation ain't to figure out who is mentally stable. The psych evaluation is to figure out who is unstable so we can put them on the show. That's what the psych evaluation is. Okay, this person is a narcissist, should do great on the show. Put her on. This person here, she's right along with her, plus she's best friends with her. Yeah, put her on there too. Birds of a feather. We need both of them on the show. This person over here, emotionally unstable, put her on the show too. They'll all make us some money. They'll all get us some ratings. Anyway. Uh, Next up, Chris lies. He really lies about the whole combative thing and terminology and all this other stuff. And you know, Jessica, I have a question for Jessica. And my question to Jessica is, why do you have a problem with combative? You have to ask yourself why you have a problem with this word. Combative. It's just a word. Do you view it as being passive aggressive? You know, it's a word. How else is he to describe what he's feeling? The man can't express himself freely. He got to pick and choose which vocabulary words to use just to soothe your ego, or protect your image. A man can't speak freely. It ain't even like he called you out your name. He used the word to describe your behavior. It's combative. And it just is. It's a passive aggressive, combative. You're there for the smoke, okay? But you want to throw the rock and hide your hands so that everybody else looks stupid except for you. Nobody's falling for it. Nobody's falling for it. Chris not falling for it. Chris seen how you treated other people, and he was turned off by that. I don't blame him. But instead of being so upset that you got called combative, you should be more upset as to why you were called combative. And you should be working on why you were called combative. Skip the word. Do the work. That's just how I feel. Do the work. Chris said that Jessica is being a bully and an antagonist, y'all. All right. And Kira pretty much co-signed. She said, yeah, she's a bully. Well, she didn't say that, but she said, yeah, oh yeah, Chris, I agree with you. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say. I believe you. And this is because Kira has been bullied and see that antagonist in Jessica because she's been bullied by both her and Janelle. So it's not far-fetched for Kira to believe what Chris is saying, because she sees the energy too. And I know people want to get on Chris about saying combative and all this other stuff, but the only thing I didn't rock with is that Chris seemed to be lying about it. All right. He seemed to be lying about the whole combative thing. Man, just look. Put your nuts on the table and confess to the fact that you said combative. Yeah, I said it. I said it in so many ways. Don't go to the other guys. Yeah, the other guys were saying it too. Don't do none of that stuff. Like I said before, in a ranking video, he can come off a little like he don't want to take accountability. All right. You gotta start taking accountability, bruh. Those are I'll put it this way, those are not masculine traits. Okay. Take accountability. Put them on the table. Say, yeah, I called you combative. Now let's I said that. Now let's work on that. Why do you think I said that? This whole conversation is coming off combative. Okay. I mean, he should have just admitted instead of trying to dance around it and all this other stuff. I didn't really agree with Chris with that. He should have just admitted to it, you know. Um, Jessica says she don't deal with chicks like Kat. She was like, okay, girl. And Kat was like, I'm not your girl. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right, because I don't deal with chicks like you. You know, and it's like, Kat is like unbothered by it. And it's like this, look. I don't know where Jessica and Janelle get off on their superiority over these other ladies. Like they so much better than the other women. Just because they made it to the end. I don't think Morier was paid off. I'll admit that, but I think Quentin was paid off. Somebody wrote that man a check. All right. But they just killed me with the superiority complex, man. They just killed me with the superiority complex. Oh yeah, because I don't deal with chicks like you. I see a lot of insecurity in Jessica and Janelle. I see a lot of insecurity in these women. I think Jessica is afraid physically. I think Janelle is afraid maybe mentally. And what I mean by that is Jessica don't want to fight. Okay. She don't want to get in no. I think Jessica can't fight. I think that's why she's friends with Janelle. So Janelle can do her dirty work for her. Jessica don't want no fights, no smoke. But she wants to be intimidating to other ladies, especially. Janelle, she is insecure probably because maybe how big she is. She probably got big girl insecurities. Now, you ask her, she's going to tell you, oh, no, I ain't insecure about that. I'm pulling men left and right. And she may have a point with that. That don't mean that she ain't insecure about it, about her weight, though. Okay? She probably have big girl insecurities. She probably have, insecurities about how she was raised, about her adoption stuff, probably insecurities about that. So she hides behind her connections. Okay? She hides behind her career, her connections, things like that. You know, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. But the fact that Jessica think that she's insulting somebody saying, oh, I don't hang out with chicks like you, you would be better off, Jessica, hanging out with chicks like Kat. Okay, let's be clear about that. You need her as a mentor. Stop playing. And when Jessica talks to Kat and she says she don't deal with chicks like that, Kat really kind of let her know, like, look, you are combative. Okay. You are combative. And what's wrong with being called combative? And if I was you, I would say to Chris, thanks for telling me, because I need to know what I need to correct. When Kat said that, I said, that's a motherfucking queen. Okay? This is why Kat is so dope to me. She is a queen, y'all. I really dig this chick a lot. And I don't blame her for putting Janelle in check. Seemed to be the only chick that was able to do that, to be honest. All the other chicks fell back. Except Tequila, but I don't count Tequila. Tequila she don't know how to talk. She want to throw them things, okay? But Kat verbally put them in a place. The only chick to do that, you know. Check the bad girls. And she's sort of the leader of the good girls, you know. That's why I really rock heavy with Kat, because she keeps herself regal. She is all about self-improving, and she don't take no crap from no other chicks. I respect that. And then they try to hash it out backstage, you know. They try to hash it out. Kat and Jessica. But, you know, they just agree to disagree. What's new, right? They just agree to disagree. And I don't know. It seems as though Jessica can't really seem to communicate in a way that is effective to and look, let's not forget, Jessica said that she loves a ratchet time. Okay, she loves a ratchet time. She hang out with ratchet women, and she is part of that culture. Don't let the corporate and the whole coffee brand business, all that stuff fool you. CEO stuff fool you. She's still ratchet, and she loves a ratchet time, you know. And you know, that's why men don't care about your career. Doesn't mean nothing. You can still be ratchet and be a CEO of a company. Doesn't matter. All men care about is, how are you going to improve my life? That's all I care about as a male. Are you talking about being a housewife, a helpmate? That'll improve my life. Are you talking about running a business and paying some of the bills? That'll help my life. But when you're talking about running the business, not paying some of the bills, not being a housewife, that's not going to help. That's not going to help me as a man. Why would I stick around for that? You know what I mean? So that's why men don't care about women's career, because it don't matter. It really don't matter. I don't think women, a lot of women, I'm not going to say all, I don't think a lot of women get that. We don't care about your career, for real. And I was saying this a long time ago. Next up, Bill. He says he's gainfully employed. And Tommy asks Aries, could that make a difference? Could that change things? And Aries was like, possibly. And I'm like, Bill, let me talk to you, bruh. Don't bother with this chick, man. Do not bother with this chick. If she can't take you in the hard times, she don't deserve you in the good times. All right? So, and who wants to be in a relationship knowing that your love is contingent on your employment? Who wants a fake love like that, where love is contingent on your employment? That means the man has power on your relationship. The man has power on your relationship, not you. If the man decide he don't want you around no more, she gonna decide she don't want you around no more. Why sign up for that type of relationship? That's like being in a bear trap for the rest of your life. And being in that type of relationship will kill your dreams. I admit, it done it for me. It done it for me. When I decided to be a husband, along with it, I had to kill a lot of my dreams. I'm just being real. My then wife told me straight up she didn't want a guy who was in the music industry. So I killed my dreams in order to be a husband and a father to my kids, right? And I'm not saying I regret it or anything like that. I do regret it, hindsight, right? But at the same time, I vowed I'm not gonna kill my dreams for anybody else again in my life. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And being with Aries, she will be she will do two things. She will keep you in the bear trap on your employment, and she will kill all your dreams. Nowhere near worth it. Okay? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to be with this chick. And she only wants you during the good times. She don't want you through the hardships, the this, that, and the third, which is how men measure love with women. How much can you take the bad times? How are you going to be there for me when the chips are down? This is when men know when they're in love with a woman, is when she's there through the bad times. But oftentimes women aren't there for the bad times. So men be like, was I really in love? This is probably why Morier haven't experienced love yet, because he probably hasn't been with a chick who held him down for the bad times. You know? That's why I would tell Phil, yo, bruh, cut this chick, man. Cut this chick. What? Oh, he's talking about he gainfully employed. Oh, will that change things, Aries? Possibly. Who gives a F? I ain't check if I'm Phil, I ain't checking for her now. It's done already. I already know where she mentally is. And here's another thing. Her family has way too much say in how she moves. Her mama, her cousin, sister, whatever, friend, have way too much say. They were haunting her mind. They were the reason why she said no at I don't want to say the altar, but at the decision. So what? I gotta stay in that employment bear trap for the rest of my life in order for you to be happy. And I gotta watch how I move with your family, because I know how much influence they got on you. And I can cut all my dreams. And I get what in return? Just a chick who is lukewarm on me. Got 2 boys that she want me to be partially responsible for. Want me to pay some of these bills, knock some of these bills off so she could have some more financial leg room to build towards her dreams. And I get what? I don't get no kids out of this. I just get to be with her. I don't think Aries is a bad woman. I really don't. But unfortunately, she has this ask that a lot of women have. And this ask is, provide me everything while I provide you nothing. And that deal that is being put on the table by a lot of women is getting thrown in the trash by a lot of men. And you're starting to see it all on the internet. You're starting to see it in all of these breakups. Jeezy and Jenny Ma. Papoose got to cancel his chick. Jodie Turner Smith. I don't know what their problem is, but they relationship is on the rocks. Or I think she filed for divorce. What I'm saying is there's a lot of guys out there who is done taking these crappy deals that women are giving them. And all they can give is 2 babies from some other dude and conditional love. Get the F out of here with that, okay? Get the F out of here with that. I mean, again, I don't necessarily dislike Aries, but you're gonna have to come with a better deal than that. That's all I'm gonna say. You just got to come with a better deal than that. You mean I get conditional love at that? Nah, at your age, at your children count, at your past 2 divorces, huh? With all of these things behind you, I get no babies out of this. I have to stay employed. I just get conditional love. Miss me. Cancel her, Phil. I mean, that's just how I feel. Again, she's not a bad person, but the deal she is offering and put on the table is trash. I would crumple it up and throw it in the trash.
You be doing her a favor by leaving her alone. She the one that should be grateful.
I'm doing her a favor?
You're damn right.
I'm out of here. And that's pretty much what Phil was doing. You know, he was like, look, you know, she made her choice. And my boy Herbert in the back said, that's right, Phil, you are good enough. And you are. I'm right there with Herbert. You are good enough. Don't let these chicks just throw trash deals on the table and men signing up because they thirsty. Get out of here, man. Have some self-worth, some self-respect. And listen, if guys are offering trash offers, I say the same thing about the men. But I don't know. I seen a lot of hate for Phil because I seen people call him Struggle Phil and you know hardship and all this other stuff and put the brother down, you know. There's just 2 ways to look at it. There's from a female perspective and from a male perspective. Look, I know females got their way. And I know everybody's riding 10 toes down with Aries. I already know. You ain't even got to put that in the comments. All right. But I'm telling you from a male perspective, this deal is trash. Okay. I don't get kids. I don't get, unconditional love. I don't get to fulfill my dreams. Okay. This deal is trash. I don't get a young woman. I don't get, what am I getting out of this? If I'm Phil, I'm asking Aries that. I don't know. It's just, it just bothered me a lot. And I'm glad that Herbert said that because, yeah, dude, you are good enough. You ain't got to prove yourself to somebody who ain't trying to prove herself to you and don't care what kind of deal she put on the table. It's just ridiculous, you know? And, you know, Kira talks culture with Janelle and Morier. And you know, Morier he said he's too black for her. And, you know, listen, I think of anybody, I think that Kira really felt it the most from Morier, that he kind of put her in that category. It wasn't even what Janelle said. It wasn't even what Jessica said when they were in that whole little, you know, girls lounge or whatever, and Janelle was popping off about how you this and you that and this, that, and the third. And now let me make something clear. I don't necessarily disagree with Janelle and Jessica when they were talking to Kira, because I do think she was trying to put that whole white thing as if that was something better or something like that. I don't necessarily disagree with those ladies on that. But it wasn't that really triggered Kira. It was Morier that triggered Kira. And she's like, that kind of hurt her, because she felt like, he was disqualifying her. Like she don't have that culture. And Morier is probably more of what she is used to. He's probably more of what she's used to seeing from black men. And that's probably why it hurt her the most, coming from Morier. She probably used to that from other black women or chicks, but from a man, it's like, fellas, I'm gonna tell you something, man. What we say really, really, really affects our women. What we say really affects our women. They could hear something 1,000 times from another sister, but when they hear it from a man, it's a totally different story. This is why men got to walk on eggshells. When we talk to women, we have to walk on eggshells all the time. And if we step out of line just 1 second, we have to apologize, okay? Our women are so fragile with the words that we say. They're probably fragile about what I'm saying right now. I'm just being real. And we as men, it's not fair that we got to walk on eggshells and we got to watch ourselves, but we're supposed to be the more upright, leaders and things like that. So we got to take care of our women, and that means physically, financially, emotionally. We got to take care of them in every single way. They can talk reckless to us. At least they think they can. But we got to watch what we say. So Morier pulls Kira in the back. He say, look, let's get to the bottom of this. I want to make something clear. I never meant to offend you. Okay. That's not my goal. And if I have, I apologize for it. She was tearing up. She was broke up about it. So Morier stepped up like a man and said, look, no malice, no love lost. Let's be friends about it. And he apologized, and Kira accepted. That's why, like I said, stand up dude. You can say what you want about Morier. He is the most husband ready dude on the show, I think. And the reason I do that, and I do these rankings, is so women can recognize. Now, some women might have Quentin at the top. Some might have Herbert at the top. I'm giving you a male perspective. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. You can believe me or not. But I want to share this so that y'all can have an understanding of what a husband looks like. Okay? Who am I? I'm Mike the Philosopher. And yes, I was a husband. Why am I not still a husband? Because I had a modern woman as a wife. And she will admit that. And she will admit that she made a huge mistake too. But I'm not going to get into that. Okay? But all that being said, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I was married. My brother, my other brother, my father was there. My grandfather, okay? All the men in my family are stand up. I know not only what a man looks like, but what a wife looks like. All right? So, moving on. They talked to Lee. And Lee and Quentin talk about their connection. And I could tell Lee is very uncomfortable with this whole situation. Lee seemed to be a little embarrassed to me. And I get it. You know what I mean? I totally get it. Imagine this, ladies. Imagine going to the gym every day, working out, getting a buffed body, sculpted by the finest sculptors, top, pow, back, ta-dow. Okay? Only to come on the show and lose to the biggest chick on the show. To a trainer. Okay? For a trainer. You lose your trainer man for greens and cornbread. Okay? And again, I'm just trying to put this in perspective. You work your ass off every day and you come on the show and you lose the top guy or the top trainer guy to a big woman. Imagine the embarrassment this is for Lee. Imagine. And she gloats about it in your face. And the dude that she was connected to and you were connected to as a woman, Lee, he pretty much co-signs everything this big chick is saying. And she's arrogant about it. Lee was pretty much done. Said, I don't even need to do this. Okay? I don't blame her one bit. I don't blame her one bit. It is embarrassing for her to have to go through this and deal with this, with these people. Okay? It's embarrassing for her to, and I could see her embarrassment. You know? My question is this. Why was Janelle on the stage? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Janelle do got connections. Why in the hell was she on the stage? Tommy should have just had Lee and Quentin. That's it. Just like he did with Aries and Phil. He should have just had Lee and Quentin. What the hell is she doing on the stage? Get her off. If I'm Lee, that's what I'm saying. I would just like to hear a conversation between them two instead of having Janelle there interjecting and putting in her 2 cents and all this ding 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 ding, all this other bull that Lee got to hear. Okay, because Quentin seemed like he's intimidated by Janelle because he feel like the only person he is allowed to even talk positively about is Janelle. He can't even talk positively about the other one. Didn't you have a connection with Lee, Quentin? Well, from the house, everybody could see I was connected to Janelle. That's why she eliminated herself. Because he wasn't interested in you. He lost interest. That's what Janelle said. And Lee is like, this shit is for the birds. Okay. I'm in the twilight zone. This chick ain't no better looking. This chick ain't no better mannered. This chick ain't none of that stuff. And this dude is, in a sunken place. How did this happen? He can't even say he likes me or was interested in me. And all that's doing is feeding her ego, feeding Janelle's ego. Craziness. Like I said, Janelle just said he just wasn't interested in you. And it's just crazy stuff, man. Janelle talks and they connect, and the funny thing is this: Janelle was she had a lot of connections in the end, or in the beginning. She want to say that her and Quentin was connected in the beginning. No, you wasn't. She said, "Oh yeah, from ever since the mixer, me and Quentin connected, and it was so magical, so this, so that." Bullshit. Okay. Bull. You wasn't even really checking for Quentin at first. You wasn't. You wanted Herbert. First, you was connected to Red, okay, in the beginning. Then you wanted Herbert. It wasn't until later that you connected with Quentin. He was a late bloomer in that situation. And it's only because he had eyes only for you. But you were checking for other guys. Don't pretend like this was some magical connection from the beginning, because it wasn't. Everybody's seen that, Janelle. Stop lying. Oh yeah, ever since the mixer, it was just magic. Bull. All right? You're not fooling nobody. You wasn't checking for Quentin. You probably thought he was too young for you. He is too young for you, but you wasn't checking for him back then. You were trying to get with somebody else, older. So don't pretend like this some kind of magical fairy tale connection, because it wasn't. It's only because he stayed laser focused on you. I don't know. Like I said, I think that Quentin is paid by Janelle. I think this woman cut him a check. I think that either she cut him a check or she got connections for him, for his business that he's going to start up. I think there is some sort of a financial reward behind Quentin's behavior. Now, do I have any proof of this? No. Can it be proven in some kind of way? I don't know. It's just my suspicion. It's just my guess. It's just my intuition. It's the only thing that would explain everything that happened. Quentin is a paid actor, and I'm gonna stand on that. Crazy season, y'all. Crazy season. Stay tuned for my next video. It's going to be the last ranking of these ladies, and that's going to be it for this season. And I will be reviewing the Make That Move series, so stay tuned for that. It's been a fascinating season. It's been all geared towards Janelle for some reason. Maybe it's because of her connections, but good for her. She got her season off. I'm signing out of this mug. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.